So Liverpool beat Bayern Munich to their top target this summer in Florian Wirtz. Then Bayern Munich pivot and say, okay, Liverpool, you need to pay for Florian Wirtz, so we'll take Luiz Diaz off you. Liverpool say, no thank you, we didn't spend a bean last summer and we've got all this money to spend. We'll keep Diaz as well. But it's not all going Liverpool's way this transfer window. Thank God, something needs to go right for everybody else, doesn't it? But Marc Guehi's price has been set and Liverpool not too happy about it and are not willing to pay it. So we'll talk about both of them deals. What Luiz Diaz not going to Bayern Munich would mean for Bayern. Do they then jump across to Marcus Rashford? Interesting how that might help Manchester United out as well. This is Football Talk Time, Adam. Welcome along to your number one channel for all of the up-to-date transfer news in and around the Premier League. We're talking Liverpool again, making absolute waves. They are light years ahead of everybody in this window so far. Absolutely blockbusting. We're just listening this morning to deals that other clubs have actually made, and you would think the fact that Chelsea have just bought Gittins and just bought Pedro as well, you're looking at that as like, whoa, that should be big news. And really, you're just looking at what Liverpool have done and you're like, it's really not. It doesn't even compare. Liverpool signing Wirtz and João Pedro going to Chelsea, incomparable when it comes to quality of player and proven quality. So, Liverpool streets ahead. Liverpool did beat Bayern Munich to Florian Wirtz, and we all know that. Convincing a German player to go to Liverpool instead of staying in Germany like all young German players do end up doing was a big win for Liverpool. So Bayern Munich have come back and have asked for Luiz Diaz. Now, this was a report that's been going around all summer. Diaz, a hot target for Barcelona. They've given up on him and gone for Nico Williams. Marcus Rashford involved in that saga as well as his number one choice to go to Barcelona on loan. More about him in a moment, but Liverpool have said no, and Romano has come out and said Liverpool have expressed their wanting to keep Luiz Diaz. He is not for sale. Decision made. Bayern Munich know now that Diaz doesn't stand a chance of leaving Liverpool and going to Bavaria. It is not happening. Bayern Munich are going to have to rethink again. Liverpool's position right now, you'd think, right, okay, we do have to sell somebody sooner or later. Like, obviously, Konza is gone, but still not that much. You've got Kirkers, you've got Frimpong, you've got Florian Wirtz over the line. Well over 200 million already spent by Liverpool. Who are they selling? Harvey Elliott might be going for 40 plus million. You'd have thought Luiz Diaz and Nunes were going to be the targets that other European clubs, maybe even the Saudi Pro League, would come in for. Well, they have tried with Nunes. Not succeeded. Nobody wants to pay what Liverpool wants so far. Liverpool actually using the bid that came in from the Saudi Pro League originally to price Nunes, and European clubs can't compete with that. So the deal for Napoli at the moment is a million miles away. There is nothing concrete in that. Luiz Diaz obviously is the big one for Liverpool. Now they're holding on to him. That is some depth that for Liverpool going into next season. Diaz, Wirtz, obviously Jota, you've got Salah, you've got Nunes still there at the moment as well. Gakpo's there. There's a lot of players there in Liverpool's attacking lineup, and it's just getting stronger and stronger. If Harvey Elliott is sold, maybe he's the one that goes towards paying towards a lot of these transfers happening right now. Scary for everyone else that Liverpool are easily selling off players at the moment, like Harvey Elliott, at the prices that they want, and keeping all the Luiz Diaz. That's a big thing. That is a big thing for Liverpool right now, because Diaz has been one of them performers, a consistent performer for Liverpool. And I think most people were thinking that this was going to be the deal that actually got the Florian Wirtz sale over the line. Like, Liverpool's financial strength right now in this market has been proven with the fact that they can keep Diaz. Move maybe Nunes on. I think it might have to be a cheaper price going off what's been said at the moment. But look, no to Luiz Diaz. What do Bayern Munich do from there? Well, obviously, there is the talk of Marcus Rashford. Bayern Munich want a left-hand-sided attacking player, and Marcus Rashford is open. They have scouted him, and this could actually happen for Bayern Munich. They could take Rashford because he's open to a loan. Manchester United obviously are opening to get rid of Marcus Rashford. They will prefer to sell him. It's going to cost Bayern Munich €45 million to take Marcus Rashford on the permanent. Now, word is that Bayern Munich cannot afford Marcus Rashford's wages, and Marcus Rashford will not take a pay cut. 350 grand a week, nobody can afford that, and he has got Manchester United by the balls at the moment. He really does, because they're not going to budge. they're not going to budge on, that's Rashford's representatives, that is, on his current wages. So maybe United have to see out his contract somehow. Maybe the loan is the best option. Rashford does well over in Bayern Munich or Barcelona, wherever he goes out on loan, and then his value's worth more next summer, and United can maybe get a little bit more for him. But at the moment, it doesn't look like anyone's going to buy Marcus Rashford on a permanent deal because his wages are too high. So someone's going to have to take him on loan, and United subsidise them wages. Yes, again, United suffering for the sake of poor management beforehand. That's their fault, though. Nothing to do with anybody else. They're just going to take advantage of Man United in this moment. And Rashford, I feel, will end up going out on loan. I don't know if it'll be Barcelona or Bayern Munich. We'll see what happens with that. But back in on Liverpool again, because they've said, obviously, no to Luiz Diaz, they're needing to, obviously, find money elsewhere. We've mentioned Harvey Elliott. We've mentioned the fact that Nunez could go as well, because Liverpool want to bolster their ranks in defence. Now, Marc Guehi is a top target for Liverpool, and apparently there is an agreement behind the scenes for Marc Guehi on personal terms. He is on board with the deal, but the bombshell has been dropped by by Crystal Palace, and that is that they want 65 million for Marc Guehi to leave. Now, they turned down, I think, a bid of 70 from Newcastle last transfer window, and that deal didn't happen. They were comfortable in where they was with 2 years left on his contract, but only dropping 5 million off with 1 year left on his deal. That's greedy. No, they're going to take advantage of what they can, obviously, but is anybody going to spend 65 million on a player that's 24, that has 1 year left on his contract? Crystal Palace need to be careful with this one, because I don't even think Liverpool are bothered about waiting it out. Look, if they can get an agreement in place with Marc Guehi now, verbally, behind the scenes, then come January, they're just going to say, bang, there you go, there's your pre-contract agreement. Oh, actually, no, they can't do that because it's only with overseas clubs. But even still then, I've literally undone myself there with that one. But still, it is risky with Crystal Palace in getting a deal done. No one's going to pay 65 million. I can't see that happening at all. And the fact that Marc Guehi is on board with moving to Liverpool, or according to the reports, they have to be careful, because he'll go and play European football with Crystal Palace this season, then just wave bye-bye. And they'll get nothing for him. Because Crystal Palace will drop down this table this season. They will not be able to compete in the Europa League and have the similar season that they've just had. They're about to find out what it's like playing 2 games a week. There's already a story that Eze is on his way to Arsenal, and they haven't got the squad to compete there, and they have to be careful. European football is a completely different ball game, and it's going to be tough for them. I'm thinking maybe if there is a decent bid in from Liverpool, and I think it is around about that 45 to 50 million mark, maybe, then it's worth just taking that so they can reinvest for the season ahead. They could be dropping right down that table in the Premier League this season with the demands of Europe, and then they could be losing some big players, including Marc Guehi, for nothing the season after. And then if they're out of Europe, what happens to Adam Wharton? Does he end up walking away then next season as well, with plenty of people after him? If he sees everybody leaving, why would he want to sign a contract at Crystal Palace? This is what they have to remember. Maybe they cash in now. Liverpool are ready to bid, but they're not going to do it for 65 million. They're your latest stories around the Premier League right now. Can Liverpool get another blockbuster signing in defence? That would be strengthening the defence and the forward line significantly. And on top of that, if Nunez does go and Elliott does go as well, then Liverpool are still looking for that striker. We said at the top, they are light years ahead of everybody else. They've said no to Bayern Munich for Diaz. Marcus Rashford might end up going to Bayern because of that. And Liverpool are looking to bring Guehi in, but not at that price. Let me know what you think. Get your comments in below. Give the video a like, please, everybody. And make sure that you subscribe to Football Talks. And I'll see you in the next video.